Hi everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Power of Knowing Forums uh, LinkedIn Live session 136. Today we are discussing on the topic of navigating the storm, leadership in the eye of a cybersecurity crisis. To have this topic discussed, we have the honor of having Dr. Shekhar Pawar, founder and CEO of SecureClaw and Glassdew IT Solutions. Without further ado, we'll bring Mr. Shekhar Pawar onto the dais. Sir, good evening. Welcome to
Thank
the
you, Prem
podcast,
sir.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction.
Welcome, sir.
And it is my uh, pleasure, like I am here, I guess. Mm, yeah,
Yes, sir. We are having you for a seventh session
Day 1
actually
session. Okay, great.
on Power of Knowing Forum. Great to have you. And as usual, we would like to start the presentation with your topic, sir. I'll bring up the presentation and leave the floor to you, sir.
Surely. Thank you, sir.
Yes, over to you, sir.
Yeah. So today's topic is very important. We are observing many cyber security crises, starting from the personal life in professional life, and even governments are facing a lot of problems. So how a leader of any entity, any company should look at cybersecurity crisis and how to prevent being victim of it, and if you got any cybersecurity crisis, how to deal with it. So that is we are going to discuss today. I'm open for any questions in between also, or we can have questions answers at the end of the session. So recent incident happened in July, catch eyes of all people around the world. Everyone was impacted. London Stock Exchange was not working. Airlines were suffered. Many hospitals were suffered, and I was on Z Business National TV for as a panel discussion for this major outage, where India also faced a lot of challenges. I'm just sharing this slide with you where it will show how much is the loss. So Microsoft's stock price went down because of this incident, and as you must be aware, it is not the incident according to news by Microsoft directly. It was due to CloudStrike update, where one of the developer actually introduced one small bug which caused that this money, and there was some lack of quality process check which is evident during this event, during this incident, and it caused around $23 billion loss, market loss for the Microsoft. And apart from that, according to the latest news, the outage is expected to cost US Fortune 500 companies around 5.4 billion direct financial loss. So you can imagine what is the kind of loss happened because of one mistake and because of some kind of negligence in the quality process. So it is very important. All of us are living in the cyber world right now. We all are using connected devices, starting from our mobile phone, digital watches, laptop, desktop, cloud. Everything is now digitalized. Even we have Alexa at home. So everything is either Bluetooth connected, Wi-Fi connected, or wired internet connected. So everything is combiningly working as a cyberspace, and this cyberspace has lot many benefits, but there is a area which is also raising, which is about cyber threats, and it might happen like because of your ignorance towards cybersecurity, or it is because you are victimized by very sophisticated attack. You are going to face cyber threats. So it is very important, today's presentation for many of us, and we will be discussing these topics. What is cybersecurity crisis, few statistics from cyber world, how to respond to cyber security incident, and why does a cyber security crisis occur, what is the root cause that we will like to dig. And also we will try to focus on how to prevent such cybersecurity crises or the incidents. So let's focus on for discuss first on cybersecurity crisis. So any asset, any company, any asset like a information data or CNC machine, or even the web-based cloud platform, anything which is digital, you can actually categorize it into three areas: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. For example, suppose we are using particular bank's net banking portal. It is most confidential portal for us because it is having lot of transactions. It is dealing with financials. Right now, in India also, we are growing towards digital India, and our money is also digitalized. I have seen people not even carrying single rupee in the pocket, but they have digital wallets and they are doing shopping everywhere. So it means the confidentiality of such digital transactions is very important. It is one of the example. Apart from that, the design drawings of the organizations, the intellectual property or confidential information of the organization will also come under confidentiality. Then integrity means, you must have heard, like in United States, Florida, the water supply system was interrupted by or manipulated by the hackers, where the sodium hydroxide and chlorine levels were changed and water become poisonous. The PLC system, programmable logic controller system, is being used by the authorities for controlling the water purification, and that is kind of integrity was hacked. And if confidentiality is getting interrupted, it is known as disclosure. And if integrity is getting changed, it is known as alteration. And again, the availability. For example, if there is a cyber crime and the hospital's ICU equipment is not working because of ransomware attack, and one of the lady in Germany died before few months because of this cyber threat. Actually, ransomware attack reached till the ICU equipment of the hospital, and doctor couldn't treat her on the time. And similar way, suppose Amazon.com or such kind of highly available services which are completely based on the availability of the portal, they are doing a lot of business. If that site went down because of denial of service attack, then it will be threat for the organization's business, which is a destruction. So cybercrime, exactly opposite to confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Cybercrime happens if disclosure, alteration, and destruction happens for any mission critical asset. The mission critical asset might be CNC machine, PLC machine, ICU equipment, or information database. So this is something I just sharing with you as a cybersecurity and cyber incident definition. Then moving ahead, we will discuss about few statistics from the cyber world. How many losses are happening nowadays since last year. So in 2023, there were around uh, 2,000 plus cyber attacks, which claim billions of lives, as you can see on the slide, and 72% data breaches has increased. Data breaches has increased by 72% in 2023 as compared to 2021. And there are uh, business email hacks which cost $2.7 billion of damages in 2022, and even 659% increase in cryptojacking has been observed. So it means there is a continuous cyber crime increase happened during last few years, especially after the pandemic. And between 2013 2023, the number of intrusions involving cyber security increased by 613 times, 13%. So it is very important to understand, nowadays there are trillions of attempts happening for by the cyber criminals for to make you victimized. Either you are a professional or you are in you even in your personal life. And it is very important to know, like, there is a global shortage of 3.4 million professionals in cybersecurity industry. Many companies are not even recruiting anyone because non-availability of the cyber security expert, or even because of the shortage of the funds to recruit someone. So moving ahead, I would like to throw some light on how to respond cybersecurity incident. It is very important. So cybersecurity incidents can be responded by any organization or entity using at least these 4 points, which you need to take care. So business continuity plan is must for any organization. Even though if you are very confident, like I will never face any cyber security challenge, or there won't be any outage impact on me, but still, if you are using any computer system, then you should have business continuity plan and written plan, because it should not be the person dependent. It should be available. Even that person who is a knowledgeable is not available, then there should be some steps. I will be showing you few examples or sample documents in coming slide. Then there are incident response and recovery process should be defined by any organization. Even the organization is 2 employees organization, or it is 1,000 employee organization, everyone should have incident response and recovery process defined. Then there should be incident response team, so who is going to do what, and what are their liabilities during the incident response, so should be well defined. And there should be a form to be maintained. I will be discussing in upcoming slide detail about it. So let me go ahead. So BCP, business continuity plan. So as you must be knowing, like I'm an inventor of BDSLCCI framework of cybersecurity, which is actually giving cybersecurity consulting and a framework certification for small and medium enterprises. A few countries call it as a MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises. Few countries call it as a small and medium business. Few countries call it as a SME, small and medium enterprise. So SMB, SME, or MSME, all are related to same companies, but depending on region to region, employee strength, and turnover, the definition changes. So BCP, as I'm showing you here, a sample document which we actually give to our BDSLCI subscribers companies, where we are actually giving them these document templates, which where they can actually maintain version history of the document, also the purpose, scope, objective, and what is disaster should be well defined. And in our sample document, we are actually giving them the complete set of the incidents which can occur for any organization, starting from the fire, starting from flood, starting from bomb threat, and riots, and even strikes. So many things we already defined, and we are giving them a sample document when they join us. And again, they can edit it, they can modify it according to their region, according to their compliance need, according to their top management decisions, and they can use these documents. Then we are also asking them to create a call tree. So call tree plays very important role. Nowadays call trees are old fashioned, but in case of outage of cloud environment, you should have some kind of call tree. Now people are more aligned towards the WhatsApp groups and all. So but earlier days, since long we are using call tree, where person X will call person B, and person B, in terms of incident, the person X, if he is a CEO, he will not keep calling 1,000 employees. He will actually call 2 employees below him, in the hierarchy of call tree. Those 2 employees will call, each one of them call 4 employees, and those 4 employees will call 4 employees. Each one of them will call 4 employees. Like that, we are able to reach 1,000 employees easily. So call tree is meant for that. So it is very important. You should have practice of having this business continuity plan. And again, we call as a disaster cybersecurity uh, drill. So cyber drill. So cyber drill means you should actually practice as an organization. What will happen if there is a cloud outage for your environment? What will happen if there is a flood? Does your side backup is working fine? Is your fire alarm is working fine? So all these factors you need to test again and again, because in terms of when actually incident happen, many times what happens, the backups are taken for the important data by the organization, and after ransomware attack they are not able to restore, because they never tested those backups are working or not. So it is very important that you need to test the business continuity plan frequently, and you should make sure it is maintained properly. Then we are also providing as a BDSLCCI incident response and recovery process. So incident suppose there is any unseen conditions and unseen incident happen, then what are the steps you need to take care as an organization. So those are also well defined in the incident response and recovery process. So there are few places where company need to maintain incident response form, where they need to capture all the uh, timelines or timely events during the incident, like what happened when there was a cloud outage, what happened when you identified one machine is having ransomware attack, then have you disconnected it, at what time you took which action, who was the responsible authority, who was contacted. All those things are maintained in the incident response form. And apart from that, once you are done with the incident, after that you should have a meeting with the related stakeholders, and you people should decide that incident happened because of what, that you need to find out the root cause. You need to find out, you should have one problem report, and that problem report will actually should be taken towards the closure of the incident reoccurrence, means the incident should not reoccur again. So that should be taken care by your team. It is not like every month you are facing ransomware attack for same server machine and you are resolving it effectively using the incident response process. It is not good practice. Rather than you should follow, like if there is any incident to server A, then server A is having few uh, gaps in the security which you need to fulfill with the security measures, and then you should make sure like that incident will not reoccur. So problem report is mostly very important to take the permanent solution in place. Then there is like here I'm actually showing you incident response team. So every team, every company should have incident response roles and responsibilities, and those should be defined properly. And there should be backup for people also. It's not like, suppose Shekhar Pawar is leading particular incident response team, and if he is not available, those then someone should be equivalent to him should be there available during his absence, so as the incident will be reported properly, can be taken care properly. So it is very important. So we are actually giving many of such documents when companies join BDSLCCI platform. It is a cybersecurity framework invented by me, and now dozens of companies already BDSLCCI certified, and hundreds of companies already registered and on the journey of getting BDSLCCI cybersecurity. If you ask me, if we want to have cybersecurity culture in the industry, so my most of the focus should be which companies. Then I would say it is small and medium businesses. Why I'm saying this? Because 90% of the business population in the world are small and medium businesses, and they are around 400 million small and medium businesses worldwide. And it is very important to cyber secure them, and because smaller companies are actually not able to invest cybersecurity controls or existing standards available in market, so those are always on the radar of cyber criminals, and it is very important to get them cyber security. And during my research, international research, when I interacted with the top management of 19 countries of small and medium enterprises, I got a lot of inputs, and I come across like they are facing a lot of challenges in implementing cybersecurity. And these companies are actually responsible for 60 to 70% of employment opportunities worldwide, and 55% of GDP contribution in developed economy. And 43% of cyber attacks are targeting small businesses. Many countries where their compliance and many needs are like GDPR and other compliances are very much important. The 60% of small business actually shut down their business down the time of uh, 6 months after undergoing successful cyber attack. So that is also very important statistic shared by global forums. And in India also, MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises are playing lot of important role. And even if in India and many countries, if you are going for any uh, cyber insurance for your organization, if you are not having any controls of cyber security implemented, your cyber insurance premium will be higher. And if you have some kind of framework installed at your company, you are going undergoing a proper audit of cybersecurity periodically, then your premium will reduce, because insurance companies are also looking for cyber secured companies to assist them, because otherwise they will be always losing their money if you are taking cyber insurance. So they are also checking that. Apart from that, many times we have seen the supply chain is getting broken by cyber criminals. Suppose Toyota was hacked before a year, because one of their MSME or micro small and medium enterprise whom they have outsourced some work was hacked, and using their credential, Toyota's system was getting hacked by the. So it is important to understand. Am I audible? Yeah. So it is important to understand, like, such cyber crimes can happen in the supply chain. So if you are giving service to any big organization, you should be cyber secured. Otherwise, because of your lack of cyber security controls, another company can be hacked. So it is supply chain need to get cyber secured. So if the supply chain got compromised, then the threat actors can actually hack the main organization whom they are providing service. So that is very important for small and medium enterprises or businesses who are getting lot of work from the MNCs or big organization, and they are building a ecosystem. So it is their moral responsibility to be cyber secure. Apart from that, many countries, like in California, uh, there is a California Privacy Act in United States which got applicable last year, because one of my client has undergone that. And again, the GDPR compliance is active since, I guess, 2018. And DPDP Act, Personal Data Protection Act to 2023 started in India. So it is very important for the organizations to protect their customers' data as well as their employees' data as a privacy act. So that is also more important nowadays. So I'm just sharing few important statistics of India small and medium enterprises, because these companies are representing maximum industries of the India. And when I interacted with them, and it got published also as an international research. So I'm just sharing uh, India as a targeted data MSME companies here. So in this survey which I done, I interacted with all many companies, like you can see, from financial services, logistics, IT companies. And when I interacted with them, I got uh, opportunity to speak with vice principals, C-level executive directors. uh, let me get into statistics, so it will be helpful for you. And many of these companies are not even having any standard of cybersecurity adopted by them. So around 62%, 63% companies are not having even ISO 27001, NIST, anything. They are just using their own way of cybersecurity controls. Many companies feel like they brought antivirus or they brought a firewall from the market and they become cyber secure. So that is the pure myth. Okay, it's not possible. If you just have antivirus and firewall, you become cyber secure. And when I interacted with the companies, um, does the participant were having any cybersecurity control? Yes, 51% were saying we have some kind of cybersecurity control, but they were not able to justify, as you can see in next slide. Many of them were saying uh, like which kind of physical controls they have. So many of them were having CCTV or motion sensor. So are among the 51% who said yes, we have some kind of cybersecurity control, they are giving me information like they have gate, they have fences, they have CCTV camera, biometric access. So according to them, these are the physical security controls they have. And many of them are saying we are having antivirus as a cybersecurity control. So in that 51% people, only 29% or 57%, 29.57% of people were saying antivirus software is their favorite security control, and firewall as a 21% around people were saying firewall is a favorite control of them. But and they have implemented it. And many of them are not even having 10 11% people are not even having technical control among those 51% people. Then around 29% people are saying they are not having even single security procedure, guideline, or policy. And 30% people are saying they have security policies. 17% people are saying they have security procedures. 23% people are saying they have security guidelines. And when I ask, do you have any program where you are giving cybersecurity awareness training for your employees? So around 40% people companies are saying they never given any cybersecurity training for their employees, and around 26% people are saying they are giving their employees cybersecurity trainings once in a year. Then uh, does participant MSME undergone any cyber attack? So 39% companies were saying yes, we have faced cyber attack. And I knew like many people are hiding if they have undergone any cyber attack, but in return we actually got this much input. 39% companies were directly saying we have faced cyber attack. And what kind of cyber attack? Many people were not even aware what kind of cyber attack they face. And many of them were facing insider threat, like their employees are joining another company and they are stealing the intellectual property of the company, like design drawing or such content, and they are implementing at their competitors office. And even the malware attack is one of the attack which the most of the companies were facing. And ransomware attack, around 8% companies were facing. Then when I discuss with them what are the biggest challenges they are facing when it comes to cybersecurity, so maximum of these companies are saying it is very costly affair for them because small and medium enterprises are having limited funds. And then they are saying for them cybersecurity is not biggest highest priority because the business goals are not in aligned with the cybersecurity need. And then again they are saying we are not having skilled resources to implement cybersecurity, and we are not having any roadmap how to implement. So these three major problems which I saw: lack of funds, not visible return on investment, and lagging knowledge. Right. So they don't have skilled resources also to implement and maintain cybersecurity. Then how to prevent cybersecurity incident? It is very important. So we, as I already shared, like any company, any entity, might be it is school, college, a hospital, or a big MNC, every company should have the uh, cybersecurity controls in place to protect their mission critical asset, as well as they should have defense in depth mechanism within organization. For specifically for MSME or small and medium business or enterprises, we have built a SaaS platform, BDSLCCI.com, where they can actually register themselves, and they can free. There is a lot of free content available: security policy documents, guidelines, and email alert notification service, gap analysis. Many things we are giving free of cost once they register, and we assist them through this platform to be cyber secure as per BDSLCCI framework recommendation. And BDSLCCI framework is actually having three levels: level 1, level 2, level 3. So ascending order of controls implementation they need to do. So we are actually asking to implement 15 to 40 controls for each company. So suppose there is a manufacturing company. For manufacturing company, we are giving say 15 to 40 controls to be implemented, which are specific for manufacturing company. That is why BDSLCCI is business domain specifically cybersecurity controls. For e-commerce company, we are giving another set of cybersecurity controls, which is 15 to 40 control. For chemical company, there is another set of control, 15 to 40 control. So depending on your domain, of the business. It is actually giving tailored controls list, which is required for protecting your business goals. Not everything, but you should protect your business first. So that's why the BDSLCI is very important. And as an outcome, after undergoing audit online or offline, you as a company receives a certificate from us, transcript from us, and a web analytical report showing the effectiveness and the coverage of the cybersecurity controls. As I told you, the defense in depth mechanism is very important in BDSLCCI, along with the mission critical asset protection, where we are actually focusing on confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the mission critical asset. Apart from that, there is a host endpoint security layer, data security layer, human security layer, network security layer, application security layer, physical perimeter layer, and governance security layer. So we are taking care of this, and all the list of controls column which you are watching here is having all this 29, 25 control list. Each of these is having policy document created by our team, and it is available through our portal, where you need to just download it, edit it as required, and you can actually start using it. If there is any ransomware attack happens, I'm just giving one example. Suppose ransomware attacks are most popular attacks nowadays, and there are single extortion, double extortion, triple extortion kind of attacks started. And ransomware attack is having social engineering, remote desktop vulnerability, unpatched software, password guessing, third party, USB, remote server attack. Those are the entry point for the ransomware attack. And according to the defense in depth mechanism created by BDSLCCI, you can see how it is getting prevented if you are using BDSLCCI framework. So it is very important to understand you should have a structured way of working while implementing the cybersecurity controls. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to manage cybersecurity, and then you are vulnerable for the cybersecurity incidents. So this is something I wanted to share. I guess, Prem sir, you can uh, take the control.
Sir, thank you. Thank you for sharing the wonderful presentation today. It's been great insight. Keeping in mind that the incident that happened with Office 365, can we get a brief, sir? What exactly happened and how was the whole business getting affected? That's where we wanted to look at, because we're talking on a topic that is very, very crucial for us on a business understanding. So, your view on it, sir.
So look, the as I explained, like it is very important to cyber secure the supply chain.
Yeah.
Today, I can't, as a company or as a person, I can't say I am a cyber secure because I am having best antivirus. Even antivirus company can make some fault because
Yeah.
I'm having a firewall. Zero-day attack can happen through the firewall. Like today itself, I actually notified my customers about the SecureClaw firewall advisory notice, where they have shared the remote attacker actually can take remote access of your firewall because there is a open weakness, and they have given few fixes also. So today, before just this call, I discussed with one of my customer. They are using this kind of SecureClaw firewall. So you are saying you are a very good driver, and it does not mean like you will never meet any accident. It is
Hmm.
because you are a very good driver, but the person who is driving beside you can cause accident with you. Okay,
Yeah.
so it is similar thing which happened with the Microsoft also, and it is happening every day with everyone. Many people are not even coming in news and telling, or they are not even reporting to certain of the India or cert of their country, because
Hmm.
it's something very confidential to the business they trade, or it might cause a penalty for them, or it might cause their market reputation,
Hmm.
and their credibility in the market, so can lose. So they are actually trying to hide it, and many times I also receive call like, look, we are undergoing ransomware attack, but Shekhar, don't tell anyone, we don't want to
Hmm.
disclose it,
Okay.
because they are because Microsoft was facing some challenge, and
Hmm.
their Azure server and services were went down because of cloud strikes, uh, some bug which reached till the live environment because of
Okay.
probably flaw in their quality checks, and it was very visible, like
Hmm.
around, I guess, 3:30 ist, 3:30 a.m. ist. It started, and it stopped Office 365 and many services which are nowadays very popular. Even we are selling Office 365 to our customers, being a Tata Teleservice channel partner pan India level, and it was very visible. So it no one can hide it, right? Company is not able to hide it, and it was visible. And then to they come to know after few hours, like, this is because of not their environment, it is because of something which they are using with cloud strike, and which caused the interruption. And then they started working on it, and
Okay.
it uh, I'm very much surprised. I was on national TV and I was
Yeah.
asked, like, why it is taking 17, 18 hours. I
Hmm.
was very much surprised why there is no uh, incident priority process followed. Like, if I was working as an incident manager when I was in Capgemini. I was
Okay.
handling banking and insurance domain of Swedish bank, and we were having, like, if there is a priority one incident, you should resolve it within 4 hours.
Hmm.
If there is a priority two incident, then you should resolve it in 8 hours. And we were actually 24 by 7 support team, as a software developer or experts. And we were making sure, like, incident should be once reported, you should be resolving it even though it is at 2 a.m. at the night. you are
Hmm.
you can't run away. You should have your laptop with you, you should have your support phone with you, and within the third time your mobile rings, you should pick up the call if it is a manager. So much of practice. So I was very surprised, like, why it took long time, or it was kind of something which they tried to hide behind cloud strike bug, or it was a cyber incident which they tried to hide in this situation. So that is not very much clear, and we will never come to know. But we are assuming everything was like we because of the cloud strike, as the news are coming. But at the business side, I don't know what is the exact reason, because at the end of July also there was some kind of denial of service attack disruption which were in news for the Microsoft Azure services. So it means something is going wrong. And because there is a lot of monopoly with the Microsoft Windows and their services, it is very difficult to have backup systems or backup plan for Windows if Windows is not working properly. So this is something. So I always say you should, when we are doing cybersecurity audit of the companies or the mobile applications or web applications or ERPs, and many times people are using Microsoft services as analytic, or Google services, APIs.
Hmm.
So we ask them not to directly use. We have some methodologies how to mitigate the, if suppose Google service itself is down, then what should be your web application should function. So what are the plans, how you will plan in the coding for that. So when we give such recommendations to the companies, they say, how you are saying Google will be down someday or Microsoft will be down someday? But we knew it can
Hmm.
happen, because many of my friends are also working with Microsoft and Google, so we knew they are also human being. It can happen.
Yeah.
So people don't believe, they feel like it is kind of God's
I
service.
think that is the major reason that people feel that once we are having a big infrastructure, we will not be in a position to get cyber attack. But cyber attacks have been growing in the IT space, not only in IT space, in other IT is the primary stuff there, but all the industries are getting affected because of the cyber security issues.
It is
Now,
like people feel like I will never die, I
yeah,
want to go for funeral of
correct,
another
yeah.
person. So it is like that. But I have seen, like, people are means I have one example. One of my
Mm.
means I have a broadcast list. You are also on my broadcast list. So you
Yeah,
keep on getting every day something about cybersecurity. Like this attack
correct.
happened, you should take this precaution and that precaution. So one of
Mm.
my business friend, he was also on my broadcast list, and one day he called me, stop sending such messages to me. I am not even interested to. So I say, okay, sorry to interrupt. I will remove you from the broadcast list. After 2 weeks,
Mhm.
he undergone an ransomware attack his company,
Okay. Okay.
and he called me and he sent me on WhatsApp the chat with the hacker, where hacker was
Okay.
demanding 50 lakh rupees and he was
Oh, okay.
negotiating with the 20 lakh rupees, and he was
Mm.
saying, Shekhar, what to do? So I say, "Yaar,
Mm.
I'm telling you every day, like this is the
Mm.
latest cyber attack happening, and these are the precautions." So that time you people are not taking precaution, and now you are showing me the chat with the hacker, and you are negotiating. I'm a small company of 25 employees. I can't give you this much money and that much money. So people are very ignorant towards the cybersecurity.
Okay.
They feel like it will never happen to them, but once it happens, then they are wake up.
Hmm. Sir, with this, I think we are good with our session today. We had a great insight on how the cybersecurity pointers were there, and we are there is some technical glitch, I think, which I think Restream is working on, which is not streamed to LinkedIn
Okay.
completely. There is some issue, so I have been speaking to this one. There is a streaming issue that they have, but they'll bring the broadcast. But we are live on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
We'll see
Okay.
how that has to be fixed out. So I'm just checking on that as well. For now, for today, we are good for this one, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of it. You have any other pointers that you want to mention as part of the incident management that we are talking today, sir, in specific?
So I would say people are not having any written incident plan in the
Hmm.
business continuity plan, disaster recovery plan, because they feel like nothing will happen. But
Okay.
it is evident in the pandemic that we all face lot of challenges, and we
Correct.
thought like there will be mask on everyone's face, and everyone will be quarantined at home for 2 years. But it can happen like if someday one virus will enter in all the systems and it will stop everything. And
Hmm.
Microsoft disruptions was very important incident for learning point of view, like what can
Okay.
happen wrong if the Microsoft only one service of Microsoft is stopped. So
Hmm.
believe me, like it can happen some days, many things will be down,
Yeah.
because we are in the digital world and there are many gangs working against humanity, and they are actually trying to attack and creating malware attacks and ransomware attack. And
Correct.
according to latest statistics, there are 1300 gangs right now active,
Oh, okay.
who are ransomware gangs, only ransomware. Okay. So those are known gangs, 1300 gangs, and FBI is always behind them. And it is very important not to take cybersecurity lightly.
Likely.
Even if you are a two employee company, you don't have money, enough resources, bdslcci.com will help you to get cybersecurity. We have deployed it to two employees company, and we are giving many things free of cost. Only we are charging little bit for the registration right now and for the final reports which we issue after you undergone cybersecurity audit and all. So it is very reasonable. Even small companies should come forward and try to protect themselves. Otherwise, they can't survive in the competitive world where someone is having good infrastructure and they are able to be productive always, and someone is lagging behind the cybersecurity and one incident happened and your company cause lot of disaster in the business. So that is my request, like everyone should use some kind of cybersecurity framework, either BDSLCCI or other framework. And if they are having any need any assistance, they can always contact me through LinkedIn, uh,
Hmm.
Dr. Shekhar Pawar. You can just type out and you can reach me, you can call me. I'm always available to assist you or consult you.
Yeah. Thank you for that, sir. With this, we like to conclude our session. We are live from LinkedIn to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Hope this session has been fruitful and the discussion has been valuable for you people to take. Our next topic is impact for driving growth and innovation in your organization. That is tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Looking forward to see you there. Good day and bye for now, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.